Salutations! I'm Luke, and this is my brutal review of the Odinlake Ergo Plus 743 ergonomic office chair. It's a mesh chair. It's a $1,000 chair. I saw this chair 6 months ago, and it crossed my mind. There's a base model of this chair that has a foam cushion and a footrest standard that looked kind of cool. It was like $500 bucks. I think right now that one's on sale for $379. Probably not a bad chair. This one seemed like it was going to meet my needs a little bit more. I like having a headrest. I like the idea of a footrest. And I'm going to show you why this chair might meet some people's needs and why it personally does not meet mine. This chair is extremely adjustable. It has a seat back that you can raise and lower. There are not many chairs that allow you to raise and lower the height. Let me push it all the way up, and it comes right back down. As a 6'1" person, I keep this seat back in the highest position. I don't want to go too far here. Okay, I think that's it. It has a built-in lumbar support that is spring-loaded. That's this barrel that's down here. It's not quite where I would want my lumbar support, even in the highest position. And I find that it pushes me a little bit in the chair. It also has that little bit of movement in the back, not as bad as some of the chairs I've been in. And it has 4D adjustable armrests. It has an adjustable seat. Whoa, it goes up and down, obviously. I pulled the wrong trigger. This moves in and out. See? Everything else moves with it though. But that's not bad. You know, single movement. This side allows you, it does have a tilt lock, which not a lot of chairs have a tilt lock. Some people are really into that. If you notice while I'm tilting back, the armrest comes with me. I think that's really nice when you are reclining. This model chair doesn't come standard with a footrest. However, I opted for it. It was an additional $90, $100, something like that. It's got a little knob. Once you pull these out, you turn this knob, click it, flick it. I tend to keep it in that upright position like that so that I can gain some height. My legs weigh a lot, but see how I'm spinning? You almost have to stabilize yourself. It's frustrating. So I could be sitting here and I'm spinning. Thank goodness that sofa's there. Okay. So, like I said, I like the idea of a footrest. I can't quite get this one in a comfortable position for a large person like myself. It's not what I quite expected. If I recline in it, I already locked it. Ugh. Okay. If I can't. Yeah, there we go. So I can recline in it. It does have tension adjustments, just like most chairs. But this is definitely a less comfortable feeling. I personally don't like this style mesh. It kind of makes me think I'm a cloth boy. It's coarse. I don't want to call it cheese grater, but it's close. It's got a little bit of flex. The thing about this lower lumbar support that is a barrel, it's spring loaded. And if you see here, when I push on it, it wants to stay up there. And I always have to pull down my shirt. Like I find it makes my shirt creep. And when I reach my hand back there, it just grates my knuckles. It's almost like a rug burn. It's not quite cheese grater because it's plasticky mesh, but boy, I'm not a fan of the feel of this mesh. Now, if I knew how to operate this footrest, it would go down. Oh, I might have broken the footrest. We might be at a point where I cannot get this to work right. Wow, not even on that side. This is quite the development. I've used this footrest 7 or 8 times. I believe it has already malfunctioned right here in the middle of my video. I mentioned this is a $1,000 chair, right? It's technically $1,100 with the footrest. I was fortunate enough to find it on sale at Wayfair. There we go. Oh, is it both knobs, really? There we go. Yeah. Just every day, this chair just meets my needs less and less. As I was saying, it was $1,000, and it was on sale at Wayfair for $6.99. Since then, I've seen a couple of options on eBay for $500, $600, $450. The shipping was free from Wayfair, but if you return this chair, which I plan on doing, it's $52 extra to send it back. So whatever. I spent $700. I spent another $100 on the footrest. So I'm gonna get that money back, but less $52 for the return freight. It is what it is. It's an experience. I haven't quite got into the armrest yet. If you've seen any of my other videos, armrests to me are a big issue. The fact that this chair has the recline it has is nice. The way the armrests are set up are nice. Yet it's another situation of 4D armrests that wiggle and jiggle. They don't make me giggle. It's not nice. It's cheap. Cheap. It does have a trigger action to raise and lower. It's got your typical 4D in and out, back and forth, loud, silly. Another one where when I get up, I go to move and it wants to kick out. I was less likely to adjust these only because the arms themselves don't move, but the fact that the tops move as easy as they do, like I think I sneezed one time and it kicked an arm out. And maybe it's not that bad, but you know what I'm getting at. If you've been in a chair like this, you kind of know what I mean. The adjustments make it worthwhile. Being able to move the seat cushion, or I'm sorry, the seat bottom, whatever. The headrest is somewhat adjustable. I believe it goes up and down. I'm kind of at an awkward angle. Let me see if I can take a new approach here. Oh, that's that. Yeah, see? Oh, plastic Betty. Every day this chair meets my needs less and less. So this does move up and down. There we go. See why I don't like this chair? It had all the potential in the world. I mean, look at that nice aluminum bracket on the back. It looks like it wants to do so well for you, and the way it pivots. It's got the chrome base. By the way, I wasn't able to fit my lifelong rollerblade casters on here. The shaft was a larger diameter than your typical chair. My Steelcase Gesture accepted my rollerblade wheels, even though it came with some nice wheels. I wasn't sure if they were designed for hardwood floors or carpet. These are designed for hardwood floors, according to the manufacturer, or a universal style. They do okay. They're not loud. You know, that's a nice, quiet, glide operation. So I was impressed with that. I like the chrome ring in the middle. It's kind of fancy, but it just is so difficult to adjust. And I keep it in the upright position, and then you got to kind of hold it if you want to mess with this. I just, I kind of lost interest in it within the first day. Really, the first day. There was a build video on this. It took me like 20 minutes, maybe a little bit less. I was kind of dicking around, I'll be honest. I was messing with stuff. But I don't think that it's worth $700. It certainly wasn't worth $1,000. I don't know what they were thinking. The unique part about Odinlake is they've got a couple of different chairs. The smaller version of the lesser priced version of this, maybe it would meet someone's needs. It didn't have the same type of recline. The footrest is actually part of the bottom of the seat where it just pulls out. It wasn't an add-on feature like this one is. But I tried it. I tried a lot of chairs. I was trying to think outside the box. There are not many reviews of this chair online, and at least now you have the insight. I think that most folks realize for $700, you gotta stick with, even the Herman Miller Vantum is probably a better value now that the price was dropped at $700 or $800, but that chair doesn't have the best reviews either. The steel case gesture around 900,000 bucks as a factory authorized return. That was a great value. The baby brother of this chair, they call that the Odinlake 5 something maybe. I should know, I'm doing a chair review and I've looked at it a million times, but I've lost so much interest that I've forgotten even what it was called. What a shame. If you were interested in getting a chair like this, the Aludi armrest, I happen to have one here handy. They fit it, you know, they wrap around. Yeah, they're nice. They actually gave a nice touch to this particular chair. I was able to get the armrest, you know, again, that kind of 90 degree you're looking for. That's, you know, that's commensurate. I liked it. It was functional. It's airy. It breathes. I don't feel hot in this chair. I just don't feel comfortable. Even though it's mesh, this seat bottom, it doesn't have a whole lot of flex. I feel like even in the front, they did a nice job. There's actually a nice piece of foam right here where your legs, you know, don't hit anything hard. But right at the bottom, it is. If you're on the edge of it, you're not gonna have a good time. These rails right here, you know, I know everybody loves their Herman Miller Aeron. Maybe not everybody. Most people love their Herman Miller Aeron. This kind of is that similar concept, but not as eloquently executed, to say the least. It's got eyes. It's a good looking chair. I don't think it's comfortable. If you're into a mesh chair, you might want to think about it. I'd probably look elsewhere, to be honest with you. There's a new kid on the block from Steelcase that's a mesh chair with mesh that's supposed to feel like cloth. That is the Steelcase Carmen. And I got one on the way. And I think that's going to be my chair du jour, or my chair for really the next 12 years, I guess you'd say. Great warranty. I'm hoping that it's comfortable, well built. But this is the kind of chair that makes me want to keep shopping. Odinlake, I'm proud that you're trying to meet people's needs. It's great that you had a price drop. The little brother to this chair might be more apropos for people's budget. I'd give them a try. They do have a return policy that's probably better than Wayfair's, where you don't have to pay shipping. I didn't entertain that. I felt like I got a good value on this. However, it's not going to meet my needs, and it doesn't live up to the price point, even at $699 US. If you like what you saw here today, give me a like, give me a follow. I'm trying to get something going. I'd love to have a little YouTube side hustle, but in reality, it's just a hobby. I like my games, I like my technology, and I'm a real guy. I'm not sponsored by anyone. No one buys these chairs for me. I have to tell my wife that I'm not buying any more chairs, and then when it shows up, I have to plead my case on on why I needed another chair. Okay, but we're getting there. We're getting there. If you want to see some of the accessories I have, like the Aludi armrests, check out the link below. I'm going to post that. The Western Comfort version of this armrest as well. The lifelong rollerblade wheels, which are on my previous videos. I'm not going to put that link here because they're not part of this chair. If you have questions about accessorizing your chair, or even Frankensteining a chair, there's a brand called Cushion Lab that offers an ergonomic seat cushion, a back cushion, as well as a footrest package. I picked that up for my Serta chair that I've had for a few years, that the recline feature, you can't lock it any longer, and I wasn't too thrilled with that, so I was replacing it. But it's been a good standby with the accoutrements that I have added to it that I did spend a pretty penny on. You know, you take a $400 Serta Staples chair and add $300 of cushions to it, I guess you have a $700 chair. However, this is a $700 chair, and I think I'd rather be in my Frankenstein chair than this one, to be honest with you. I really appreciate your time and checking out the videos. Give a like, give a follow, check out some of my Warzone clips. You know, oh, excuse me here. I'm only half a bot. You know, I'm getting better all the time, sort of. But give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. Are you interested in seeing a chair that isn't being reviewed? Are you interested in maybe a chair that isn't an office or ergonomic chair? I've gotten out of the gaming chairs for gaming. I like an ergonomic chair. At least I think I do, or I'm trying to like an ergonomic chair. If you have any insight for me, if you have one of these and experience the same thing, let me know. I do appreciate your time. Thanks for checking out my video. I'm Luke Brutal, and I hope you have a great one. Take it easy.